let me continue with the session. Is there someone who is missing now? I can see that Sandeep is missing today, right? Sandeep Nellutala. Sandeep Nellutala is missing. Sandeep Reddy is there, I hope so. So that's fine, not a problem. I'm sorry guys, today we are finding lot of distortion. So where you missed? I don't know. So let me ask you directly. So guys, where no audio? You're not able to hear me, guys?
We can hear you, sir.
Sandeep, can you hear me?
Oh, we can't hear him, sir. He just kept in WhatsApp.
You're able to. Let me check with you guys. Leela, are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Sweta,
I can hear you, sir.
Sandeep, Sandeep, please log out and log in once again so that you can hear me. What about Vikram? Vikram is still missing. What is this? Hmm. Oh, so Vikram can hear me as well. Perfect. So where we stopped?
Validate
For,
HTML file.
okay. So let me come out from there. Uh, Today we are going to start two new important concepts. The one is nothing but diff and another one is span. So what do you understand by diff and span? So these are nothing but blocks which is used for representing some data. So I will explain you this concept in this way. I'm just displaying hello world. Okay. So this hello world, how am I going to display in this way? So if you have one line of statement which is need to be displayed, then you can display directly, and the another ways you can go with span. Span. What is one more way? You can go with diff. So why we are going in this way? Why we are not displaying directly? I will explain you with this example. So span. Let me explain you the definition first. It is used for inline statement, and this one is used for block of statement. So what do you understand by the term inline statement? Inline statements are nothing but one line of statement. So whenever you have something which is holding one line, then you can go with span. So let me show you the usage of span. Here I'm just using some CSS. I don't understand, I have not yet started CSS, but here we need to, for this example, CSS are required. If you're not able to understand also, not a problem, we will be going to start CSS very soon. So you can see that specific area got highlighted. This specific area got highlighted. So when to go for span and when to go for diff. Difference between span and diff. This is a very common interview question which will be asked in a regular fashion. So from this output you can understand the usage of the span and diff. So span is for that specific inline statement. Whatever you have given, that line of statement will be covered as an area. Whereas div is something which is considered as a complete block of statement. So whenever you are having huge data, you will be going for diff. So let me give you one example on this so that it will be more clear to you. For example, I'm going for this particular product. So this particular product is having, this is a shoe product, and this shoe, whenever I'm hovering on it, what is happening? It is displaying some data on the right side. So where it is displaying, it is getting displayed within certain area. You can see that this hover data is not getting merged with this image which is residing over here. It is getting displayed in some other session. So this will be helpful when you go with a statements block, either span or diff. Okay, if you don't specify in that way, what happens? The complete area will be covered. If you hover, what happened then? That complete area, in this way you can see the complete area have got covered over there. Still it is having its own means boundaries over here. So all these things you will be learning, guys, when you are placing the cursor, how to display the image on other side, how to hover it, all these things you will be learning down the line. So this is all about us scripts, jQuery, JavaScript, Angular, Backbone. All these things will be coming in picture, expanding, maximizing it, minimizing it. All these things will be covered. So what is the usage of span and diff in conclusion? It is used for providing some area to a block. So this will be more clear if you go in this way. Padding. So you can see that this has occupied some area, as well as it has provided some gapping over there. Let me show you some more thing. So your data has been moved to some other position without providing some breaks. So this is about a CSS. So I do understand at this level you will not be able to understand and what I'm writing in this style and all. Just for this example, I need some CSS, so I have written over there. If you are not clear also, don't get a worry about it, because we are going to study about CSS down the line. So two new concepts, one is span and another one is div. So whenever you want to uh, provide some area for the data, then you will be going for span and diff. So when you have bulk of data, then you should go for diff. Because of this, it is called as a block statement. And if you have very limited, that is nothing but one line of data, then you should go for the diff. Because of this, it is called as an inline statement. This is a quite different one difference between the span and diff. So this is all about simple concepts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to the tool which is used for developing a web pages in today's industry. For example, if you want to develop this Amazon.in, then you can see that there are a hell lot of things residing over here. Here is a drop downs. Here is some hyperlink href which we have learned. Here is some other hyperlink, and here is a text box, and here is something like a drop down. So there are many things, and here is a scroller which we will be learning down the line, and this will be followed with some images and all. Okay, so all these things, if you go and start coding on the notepad, then definitely it will take months and months for a single person. So when it comes to team, it might take less time, but it is very painful to go with the notepad and notepad plus plus. And one problem with that notepad and notepad plus plus is we have to remember the syntaxes, and if you're unable to remember, unable to grasp anything, then it will be a problem. It will take more time. So in order to support this, uh, Adobe team has developed one tool so called Dreamweaver. This you can download from net. So let me show you. So once you download this, I'm sure that you will enjoy a lot by working on this, because it's a very good tool which comes with lot of advantages. Yeah, they're right. Yeah. So initially you have to go for the 30 days trial, and later on if you want you can just contact to concerned person. They will provide you the cracking tool for this, so that the license will get cracked off. Free trial, if you click, then it will be redirecting you to some other page. Here you can download it. So once you download this, you will be getting like this Adobe Dreamweaver. So you just fill this form and sign in. You will be allowed to this icon. You can see that DW. So simply just click on this. It will be loading, and you can see that multiple things you can do over here. You can write a HTML code. You can write a cold vision, which is also a CSS related stuff. You can write a PHP code, CSS, JavaScript, XML, grid, and many more things. So if you want to see more, then click on more. Even you can add some ASP related stuff also. You can write it over here. So I'm just going for one simple HTML file. I just double clicked over there. Guys, I hope you are able to hear me, right? You are there on the call.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So by default, this template will come with that. We know that the complete body, a body is something which is responsible for displaying the data on screen. The one usage of this one good advantage of using this is you can split your window. This is your UI window, browser window, and this is your coding window. So whatever you code over here, that will be displayed over here. So you don't have to write and execute on browser again and again. So simply what you can do is you can write at one end and you can view this on another end. Simply write it over here and click on screen. So this is nothing but a designing screen, and this is nothing but a coding screen. If you don't want to click only designing screen, if you want to see, you can see in this way. And if you want to see the output on browser, just click on live. It will be redirecting you to the browser window. This is nothing but a browser window. If you want to change the browser, if you want to view in Firefox or explore, or if you want to add Chrome also, you can add it over here. So you can change the browser as well. Let me make it preview here, preview in Firefox. So whenever you want to see something on browser, you have to save the text. So I'm saving with 1.html. So you can see that your data has been displayed on browser. So these are the ways, guys, you can do. For example, calling hello world. I'm saving it and clicking on live. So your browser goes over here. I'm just removing the split. I'm just clicking on live. So this is nothing but the Mozilla window. Okay. If you don't want it to be get displayed over here, then there are some settings that I will explain you later on. So let me go with the small things here. You will see that there are many more concepts like file you have, edit you have, view you have. So I'm not going to take all this as if now. One by one we will see. So let me start with image. So what do we have for image? img tag you have. So you don't have to write the code, you just come down over here, click on image. That image tag will be added over there, and make sure what kind of image you want to display. So alternate text it is asking, anything you can specify. So let me insert the image now. Let me select one image. So whenever we are adding any image, we will be having alt tag, which we have studied earlier. If the image is not available, then what it will be doing? It will be displaying some alternate tag. So what I'm doing is I'm going for one image here. In desktop I have many images. Any image you can go, it's not a problem. Okay, so we have studied like providing an absolute path for the image. Here you don't have to provide everything, it will just form the image directly. So let me go to the design. So design is like this, and if you want to see the live code, you can see in this way. And if you want to shrink your image, then you can go in your own way. Here by default it has given some width and height. So what I'm going is I'm going for split window. If you want to shrink your image, you can shrink as well. Simply reduce the width to 72 and see it over here. So what we do basically, if you want to add some image, img src equals to some image. And if you are doing some hard coded image, you can see that it's very handy. It comes with predefined tags here. In img there are many attributes. You can see these many attributes are there, so you don't have to remember all. So what I'm doing is I'm going for src. You don't have to go for image path, like going to a specific folder and fetching an image. Yeah, you will be getting a browse in the drop down. You use this browse over there, so it will be adding that specific one. And still if you want to add something here, you can use alternate. some message if you want to give, you can give like image not found, and you can see the design view as well. So this is what image we have, and this is what another image which we have for the earlier case. So it's pretty handy, you don't have to worry much about it. And if you want to change something, it's not necessary that you have to come down over here and change. You can simply change from the bottom as well, and you can see the design view. Okay, 15 ways your office job is literally killing you. These are some useful images I found. So if you want to increase the width and height, you can increase the width or you can reduce the width. You can see that width got added over here, and the width is very small, that is 11. I go usually for very small or very big because it will show you the difference. So what I'm doing is I'm making a width as 300 and height as 300, and then I'm just going for split window. So you can see over here, and if you want to see live code, you can see the live code. Still, if you want to see on the browser, make sure you have saved your file. If you have saved, this star will not be there. I'm going to save it now. Come back to the browser so you can see the image. So not only images, you can go with many more things like table. If you want to insert any table, then you can go for the tables as well. Insert table. So how many rows you want, how many columns you want, that you can specify. And cell padding, cell spacing I have not yet covered. I will be covering that in the later on classes. So you can see that table got formed. So if you want to write some data here, you can simply write the data over here. Let me show you in the design view. So the table is ready. You can add some data from the front end also in this way. From the design view, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want the table to be expanded, then what is required over here is simply come to the table and expand it as much you want. So when you are expanding it, it will get expanded at this width will get increased as well over here. You can see that 820 is there. Once you shrink it, that width will also get reduced. Let me go to the design window directly, just shrinking it. So earlier it was 820, now it's 150. If you want to do it from here, you can do it from here as well. 300 by 300. You can see that. Not only this, you can even expand your image. How much you want, how much clarity it will be. You can go in your own way. And if you want to move your image, you can just simply drag and drop. You can see that now the image is at the bottom level. If you don't want it to be the bottom level, you can send it at the top level as well. So you can go in your own way as you want, you can go. So this is what one very good usage. From now onwards we will be using this tool, and as the days goes on it will be more clear to you and you will get a very good hands-on on this. Okay, so today we have learned a very important concept, like in terms of tools we have learned, and we have learned some basic tags of HTML, and tomorrow we will be starting CSS. HTML is not yet stopped, not yet finished. So, but with we will be proceeding in this way. We will be clubbing some more concepts with down the as the days goes on, and we will be learning some updated concepts as well. So, fi- at the end level, what is my intention is you should be in a position to develop at least one simple website. You should be aware of how to provide a code for scrolling, how to provide a code for hovering. Hovering means when you're placing your cursor on something, it should display the data in a div. Just now we have taken an example of a shoe and all. So this all things will be covered. You have to have some patience so that we will be learning down the line. Yesterday I have requested you guys to send some data related to some send the assignment related to Naukri register, and I have seen like Sweta has sent. I really appreciate her. So if others have not yet completed, I request them to do that. And I also request you all to at least download this code and start practicing on this tool now. Because when you move to the company, they will be using tools over there. Tools will get differentiated company to company. Some companies will be having their own tools. So it depends. But this is a basic tool. When you learn this, you will be able to work on some other tool also. So that's it, guys. I am done from my end. If you have any